Is a stock B9 S4 fun to drive? That's the question of the hour. Let's talk about it. With context, whenever you're getting a new car, you kind of want to know, is it fun to drive stock, or do I need modifications to really enjoy it? First off, the S4, it's super luxurious, super performance. It's a really jack of all trades sedan that's kind of like a sleeper vibe, in my opinion. Is this what I take away from getting into it? Is it fun to drive stock? Yes. Is it the funnest thing to drive stock? No. Is it really, really quick stock? Yes. For a big, heavy, all-wheel drive car, it's very quick. Does it have a lot of potential? Absolutely. As you have seen on my main channel, hopefully, when we did a stage 1 flash, we got 100 torque out of it, and it's much quicker. The power band is meatier, but overall, the car can snap in and out of, with the dynamic mode, push of a button from comfort to dynamic. It changes the shifting and the clamping force and the transmission and everything else like that. So it shifts a little harder and things from factory, but it's really amplified when you start tuning it and modifying it. So that's always the question, is like, okay, I'm gonna stretch myself by the car. I might not have money to modify it right away. It might be a while, it might be a year, it might be 2 years, or something. I want to wait till a certain amount of mileage or something and then do it. You know, am I gonna be bummed about that? No. Do I need to worry about that? Should I get a different, cheaper, older version so I have the car money and the modification money? With the B9 S4, it's just such a great daily driver is my biggest takeaway. Now, will I think that, you know, if your buddies have 340i's with tune and downpipe, or, you know, any RS car, or, you know, anything relatively sporty, or a manual Focus RS, Focus ST, a GTI, a Golf R, if you have any sort of expectations of speed, it's quick, but it's not like, it's super smooth, and it's focused on that from factory, and it's compliant for all the things from factory, and they tone it down for warranty and stuff. So does it do everything well? Yes. But is it a car you can really look forward to driving stock? If you want luxury, simplicity, and power, yeah. But is it gonna like knock your socks off? No. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be quick, and people are gonna be like, wow, this car's pretty fast. But it's, in relative to other things, stock, it kinda is on par with most cars, modern cars these days. But if you're used to driving really quick, snappy cars, you're not gonna get that from its stock. You're gonna wanna modify it right away. You're gonna wanna flash at stage 1, get the, you know, especially the transmission tune, to just make this thing snappier, launches harder, shifts a little quicker. You get some pops and a little bit of burbles and a little bit of personality out of the car that the Audi Volkswagen is known for. I think that the best way to explain this car is it's going to be what you expect. It was exactly what I expected. It was exactly what I expected. And I think you'll feel the same way, where it's like, yeah, this car's quick, this car's fun, it's nice stock, it's super luxurious, it's super comfortable, it's got the massaging seats. You kick your foot under the rear of the car and the trunk opens without even touching the car. You got seat heaters all day long, the auto AC, the, you know, digital dash, the whole 9. Everything has a nice touch and feel and touch to it. You know, frameless rear view mirror. You got everything ergonomically feels really nice, all the buttons. And so I think you get more consumed by the comforts of it, and it will make up for the lack of like overall snappiness. But when you do start to modify, it'll bring that speed element and snappiness to it that I think that you're looking for. But are you gonna get it from factory? No. But does it have personality and taste from factory? Yes. As much as an RS model? No. Better than an A4? I would have to assume so. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't spent any time in an A4, but there's no way, based off of everything I've experienced, it's probably pretty, you know, sporty compared. So if you have no expectations and you just know what you want to do with it, and you like the idea of a sedan that's kind of a sleeper, that's quick and comfortable, you can't go wrong. This has been a great car. The brakes work so good. Big, huge brakes in the front, and the car's quick. It's big and heavy, but it genuinely doesn't feel as big and heavy as I expected. So that's kind of been the opposite of what I thought. When I look at S4s, I'm like, it's gonna be a big, heavy, bulky car. I don't know. I haven't taken it to the canyon yet to really send it into corners and stuff like that yet, but from everything I'm gathering, it's been pretty impressive for how light on its feet it feels, even from factory. So all good things. It's a great car. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to modify it, but I know that the S4 class, if you're getting out of a GTI, or this is your first kind of sports car and you still want a regular car that blends in, this car is gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's gonna do everything really well. And I think that's what you're looking for in an S4. So is it fun to drive stock? Yes, 100,000%. Is it something that can become numb quickly and you get really, really used to, and it's susceptible to those feelings? Above average? Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, you will get used to driving this car faster than most cars that you will ever own. And that's just the nature of the Audi Volkswagen life, in my opinion. But when you modify it, it starts to take it to a certain level where I think that you can enjoy it for a very long period of time. But stock, they do promote boredom really quickly. I would assume that would even be all the way up to the R8s. I would have to assume, because they're so smooth, they're so nice, they're so luxurious, they do a lot of things for you. There's a lot of algorithms in the, you know, ECUs and such for traction and the diffs and all those things. It's just a kind of a car that kind of does all the things for you. So yeah, you're naturally going to get bored of it faster versus like 1,000 horsepower rear wheel drive Mustang that you cannot keep on the road for the life of you. That doesn't get boring. It honestly doesn't. But you kind of get tired of not being able to put the power down and race anyone. So those are the two opposite sides of the spectrum that I've kind of experienced, and that's where this one lands. If you enjoyed this talk, you can check out this video right here if you're enjoying the S4 content. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting.